What's going on, guys? Happy August. Just thought it was a good time for an update on the tank. It's been about a month or so. Everything's going really well. My day job is that I am actually a high school social studies teacher, and we are off for the summer. So it's been, I haven't done a lot with the tank this summer. I've really just sort of enjoyed it, and I mean, obviously keeping up with the maintenance. Today is Monday, and yesterday I did a 20-gallon water change by siphoning the gravel up here. So I do that maybe once every 6 months or so, or when the gravel starts to look grimy. I'll just go through with the gravel vacuum and sort of stir everything up. I use the algae scraper. I have the Kent scraper, the long one, to stir up the sand bed every couple of days, and then I just turn the gyres up full bore. I turn one on 100% and the other one on negative 100%. And then just alternate them a little bit to get the sand bed stirred up. Just get all that detritus up into the water column and down into the sumps where I can siphon it out easily from downstairs. But I did a water change up here yesterday, and tank's doing great. It's been a very low-key summer for me. I have not added or changed anything. When if you've been following this tank for the last year, it seems like every month there was some major change to the tank, and honestly I haven't done anything. I mean, nothing. Just feeding the fish, testing the water, making little adjustments to the Kalkwasser dosage as needed. But aside from making sure the top-off container's filled up downstairs and refilling my kelp bucket, I haven't done anything. So just keeping the glass clean, and I've really enjoyed just enjoying the tank, which is a big change for me. You know, it just feels like it had been like a year of I wouldn't be satisfied with the tank if I wasn't making some dramatic change to it. And it was just sort of a shift in mindset a little bit, just sort of being satisfied, being happy with what I have instead of thinking about what I need to do to make it better. And it seems like such a simple thing, but really just that little mindset shift has allowed my enjoyment of the tank to really go through the roof. I mean, I haven't added a fish in maybe, I don't know, 6 months or a year. It's been a while. I think probably the Desjardins sailfin was the last fish added, I think. And all the fish are doing great. Corals are doing great. The light on my frag tank downstairs kicked the bucket, and I lost some of the frags that were down there, so I've got to replace that. I've just been lazy about it, and really just using it as the added water volume right now. But one thing I did deal with was a little bit of Cyanobacteria. And to deal with the red slime, I used red slime remover. Actually, I used 2 or 3 different brands of red slime remover. I dosed the tank 3 times over 6 days. I used the whole bottle of red slime remover. It says it treats 300 gallons, and I figured my total tank volume, when you add up all the sumps and everything, is somewhere in that ballpark. I was dealing, like, I don't know if you saw in previous videos, there was some cyano that was sort of hanging out back there behind that little rock formation, and on some of the rocks, and I was having to blow it off every day or every other day with turkey baster. And since I used it, there's nothing. There's no, I mean, maybe a few tiny spots of cyano around, but honestly, none that I can see, and with zero, and I mean zero, negative impacts on the tank. I mean, the SPS corals are looking great. Everything is colored really well. Stuff that had been sort of dying off before is not. Colors look great on the SPS corals. This guy was on death's door bed because of a pH swing 6 months ago, and now it's just growing like crazy. It's actually shading. I was just thinking I have to move the trumpet coral or the candy cane coral. So that the cyano issue's gone, and it worked great. So, and I had watched, Mark Levinson had posted a video on YouTube about dealing with cyano, and he was also in favor of using red slime remover, you know, once every 6 months or once a year or whatever, to deal with it. And I'll be honest, I was shocked with how well it worked, and it took 3 treatments. I did it once and it was not gone. I did it a second time, it was mostly gone, and then by the time I did the 3rd treatment, it was gone. And so on a tank that I really haven't done a lot with, I mean, the corals are, this guy is exploding. I love this, the purple, I don't know what it is, bonsai or whatever. I love that coral, growing great. Everything is branching and growing and encrusting really well, considering this guy is just massive now, and the color is so much deeper than it was before. I fragged off part of this guy. He was dying. This Miyagi tort, one of the branches was sort of dying off, so I fragged off the good pieces, and they're growing like crazy. There are almost no Asterina starfish in here anymore, almost to the point where I think I need to take the Harlequin shrimp out of here and either take them back to the fish store or put them in my refugium for a while. Because I think the Asterina starfish were the ones who were doing a number on my SPS. I think I got the nasty ones that eat SPS. This guy is gorgeous. This is a blue-tipped Millipora, and it was 1 branch, and now it's 10 branches. That guy I love, growing awesome. I've always struggled with Millies. I've never had good luck with Milliporas, and they're doing great in here right now. There's another one sort of hides back in there. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus on it. And it's colored up, and they're doing great. So it's really been a less is more approach with the tank recently, that I've been really just enjoying it and loving everything that's going on with it. I probably need to replace the T5 bulbs, but really aside from that, not much. And then the other tank, if I'm not doing a lot with the big tank, I'm doing even less with this one. This one probably could stand to have its glass cleaned more often than I have, but I don't touch it. There's all this algae growing in the sand bed, and I just leave it. I really enjoy the low maintenance of this tank. And yeah, I see a few Asterina starfish in there, so maybe I'll throw the Harlequin shrimp in here for a little while and let him take care of those guys. But this thing has become like a snail breeding ground. All this macroalgae grows in here. There's some dragon's breath. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Dragon's breath grows in there. Also these aptasias that are taking over that need to be taken care of. And then all of this algae. I just let it grow. It doesn't hurt anything. There's some kelp or something growing in there. And I just leave it, and I let it, and I'm enjoying it for what it is. So this tank gets very little maintenance. Actually, those aren't Asterina starfish. They are baby snails growing on the glass that I didn't put in there. They're just growing in there. So it's pretty sweet. It's quiet, and the tank is low maintenance. And I'll do a water change out of here even less often than the other tank. And then the tank just sits, I just sit on the couch and I'm able to enjoy both tanks. But really, it's been a quiet summer on the tank front, but I'm just loving and enjoying it. So, lesson learned for me, to sort of stop feeling like I have to do stuff with the tank all the time and just enjoy it. And aside from teaching social studies, I also coach football, which just started last week. So I just don't have the time to be tinkering all the time like I was. There we get a shot of both tanks in the living room. And the dog, one dog, and the other dog. So with football practice starting, and it's just really test the alkalinity every day, top off the auto top off container, and roll with it. So that's it. We'll see what happens, in the next 6 months or whatever. But really, just enjoying the tank right now. We're thinking about adding a couple more pieces of LPS, maybe some SPS. We'll see. I have not been spending a lot of time at the local fish store lately. Just not buying a lot of coral or fish or anything. Unfortunately for the store owners, but fortunately for my wallet and my wife, who appreciates that. So that's it. That's the update for August. So hit me with questions in the comments, you guys, and I'll try and answer all of those. And thanks for checking out my video.